gonna do? Okay, welcome to Friday Night Live. Coming to you from Southern Indiana, USA. Yes, Yoakum, I got my socks on. It's kind of a bad day. It started out on all that. I was going to go down, talk to my insurance company. Guess what? They're closed on Fridays and Saturdays. When my dad was in the insurance business, automobile and homeowners, he was open on Fridays and Saturdays. What's wrong with these idiots? That was one thing that went wrong. And to let you all know, yes, I got my socks on. Let you know, the Geek Squad won around $200 on my computer, and they couldn't tell me when they could get to it. That sucks. From there, went to Sam's. Went in with my son. He had a grocery cart. I had a grocery cart. I didn't buy a thing. He did. He stocked up maybe 2 months, maybe more. Plus, it's about 45 outside. And we left Sam's, went over to the cell phone company looking at cell phones. I said, is the girl still here? He said, no, she quit. And the owner of the store was there. I said, I want an Android phone. I said, I don't have the money, but I want at least 128 or bigger. They did have, I guess, a Samsung, and the other one I don't like. All I had is problems out of Motorola Moto. That's all I had out, problems with Motorola. And it was, man, if I used the money I got in the bank right now, people, it'll put me in the overdraft position when it comes up to my house payment. You're looking at between $150, $180 for that cell phone and all that. I don't have, because this ain't going to last too much longer. I told him the problems I had. I said, she didn't explain it to me when I bought this phone years ago, that Apple charge you for the apps that I need to clear my cash out of each app. That's the problem. I need to clean the cash out of each app. And whatever else, the data, you all younger people knows it. That old I'm going to say toy. Is that good enough for you, my friend? And another thing, you say, bad day, and the ICE agent should be in jail for murder. I got my tail chewed out on one of the comments I put in there, called me stupid and all this. They had this guy in the video they showed. If you looked at the videos, they got a couple different videos from different angles. Hello, Teddy. Hi, my friend. And in those videos, it showed that girl who got murdered by that ICE agent. That if you look at the video, you see her face. it showed her turning the steering wheel not to run over him. And he shot that girl and killed her. But this is the second time that he been in trouble. And this, I believe they said on the news, he done it again back in June. It is. People, get ready. There's going to be riots out there in the United States. I did like Trump. Good old 709. And and I did like J.D. Vance, the vice president. I was thinking of voting for him in about 3 years for president. Not now. Not now. As of today, no. I ain't gonna vote for those a-holes. Because they done made me mad. Thank you for the hearts. And they said he had immunity from prosecution. Now, for murder, I'm mad at the FBI, too. I'm mad at the FBI. Because in Minnesota there, they have the right to investigate it, too. But look at the videos. There's about 2 or 3 different videos. The prosecutor and the news media in Minnesota asked for videos of that. And you see that he was not in front of the car. He was at the side of it. She turned the wheel away from him to leave, and he shot her. This ain't the first time this ICE agent screwed up. You know. But who's the boss of the FBI? Who's the boss of ICE? Who's the boss of the Border Patrol? Who's the boss? I tell you, the president is. And I'm hoping Minnesota arrests this guy. Hello, grandson Jacob. Hello. How's all you people in Canada doing tonight? That's my pet peeve for right now. Now, I got another thing that us old people, and people, maybe it's on SSI or Social Security or both, where we haven't paid co-payment. I haven't paid co-payments in probably 3 years. I had medicine to pick up at the drugstore today. $4.90. Stupid. It kind of took that, Social Security kind of took that away from me. You just can't walk in the Social Security office anymore. Good. Just keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them. Make sure. I know the doctor probably got him on medicine and stuff like that. Make sure he eats the right food and all this. And I called my health provider, my insurance company. But I got to the point, people, you heard me before get mad on here. I got mad. You call the 800 number, and you got to push this button for English, this and that. Then, hello, how you doing, Darla? Right now, it's about 45 outside. They're talking about rain tonight, maybe. I looked out on the porch, and the kitty cats is not on the porch. And I guess they're out probably someplace else, But, I saved a couple of dollars, this week, but not having the heat lamp on. Now, like I say, when this uploads in the next 24 hours, I would look at her YouTube channel. If she got videos, there's some people that don't have any videos, and I want to watch their YouTube videos. Go into their comments and look at the comments. See how they run their YouTube channel. See if they're what I'm looking for as a moderator. That's what I figured. That's what I figured there, 709. I'm getting quite a few of these people that has no content, no videos, nothing. I won't make you moderators unless you got videos and you got comments. This is how I run my YouTube channel. So after about the third or fourth time calling that 800 number, I finally got to talk to her person instead of the AI. I want to talk to a person. I don't want to push one for this, two for this, three for that. I was mad. Lucky I didn't have to take a nitro pill because of all that bull crap. And I had to call Social Security office. And, well, they was busy, and that was about an hour of waiting time. And I pushed a number for them to call me back. Guess what? I was in the bathtub when they called back. This is after 7 o'clock. Because they, Social Security closed at 4 o'clock. Now I got to wait until Monday. Those people at my health insurance said you have to call Social Security. And people that got insurance, and now you're making co-payment on your drugs, you probably have to call Social Security and ask him about level 3. See if you qualify for level 3. You know who I blame for all this crap that I'm going through right now on my health insurance? The Democrats and President Trump and the Republican people. Man, I got enough bills. Now I'm going to have to add probably $20 a month into my budget just to cover my medicine. You old people, just think about it. If you got medicine this month and you always no co-payment, and all once January you have to make a co-payment. And as my health care insurance, I got to call Social Security office and see if I qualify what they call level 3. Remember, you old people, in case you don't know that, or maybe it hasn't happened to you. Maybe you haven't got any medicine in January yet. And I did tell my insurance company why I changed drugstores, how they were screwing the insurance company. I said, to me, that's fraud or theft or abusing the system. They thanked me for what I'd done, you know. But people, it makes me mad. That girl lost her life. Maybe if she would have stayed home, she'd still been alive. But she was exercising our First Amendment rights. And there have been protests all over the United States, in Chicago, Minnesota, Kentucky, because of what this ICE agent did. That was murder. Why can't the state of Minnesota investigate it? Because they're not going to cover it up like the FBI. Sorry, my son, who's an FBI agent, but not with the same name as mine, so nobody know who they look for. I'm sorry the way your police agency is treating this case. But people, you have the right. Hello, Day. Yes, they treating me good, my friend. Care home. Well, some of them's pretty good. Some of them's pretty bad. And I will also, people, I want you thank a nurse for their service. Female and male nurses. No, I don't have any problems. I don't, I wish the picture was bigger where I can find out if you're a female or a male. It looked like you're a female, but I could be wrong, my friend. I'm sorry. And it makes me mad. I've been talking, if you saw my other videos, okay, I can't tell. You got that little tiny picture, but size of not even size of a nickel. And it's hard to tell. And I talk about Sergeant Tom Higdon, Hidgon, in other videos. I know him over 20 years. I knew him when he was a jail guard. And we need good police officers like him. And the sheriff here in Clark County, Indiana, is a Republican of the Jamie Knoll Good Old Boys. And you seen, like I said, all you have to do, type, I am going to try to take care of. I wish I had my computer working, which is 11 months old, and it broke down about 3 months after I got it because I bought it from Amazon. Third party, it was PC Online. People, put it in your search engine. Type in PC Online in your search engine. Then you scroll down to the BBB, the Better Business Bureau. You see hundreds of complaints on PC Online. Rock and roll, yeah. Rock and roll, that's about the 50s and 60s and early 70s. American Bandstand. And you see that I'm telling you the truth. What I'm mad about, HP, that's a computer. and they won't fix it. It's under warranty. Nope, I can't get a refund. I can't get a refund. Amazon, you only... Yeah, I grew up watching the Beatles. I think the first time I saw the Beatles, it's a black and white TV show. It was Ed Sullivan, I think. Or was it on American Bandstand first? One of the two. But I love the Beatles. It's a hard day's night. You know, I like the Beatles. And if I'm right, they're from the UK. I think there's only one Beatle left, if I remember. I could be wrong. But people, if you got Facebook, you just heard me talk about Sergeant Tom. And if you all got Facebook, I guess they got a search engine on Facebook. I don't know. I don't have Facebook. Type in the Facebook search engine for support Officer Tom Higdon, Hidgon. And you see what the sheriff is trying to do and all this. I shared a video from one of the local TV stations, and they had his body camera. Hello there, not how you doing, grandson? And the two officers. If you look at those two videos next to each other, you see it's not in the same location. If you look at it. And they trying to fire him because Sergeant Tom is going to vote. He's a Democrat. And right now, Scotty Maples, who is the sheriff, is violating his First Amendment rights. You say, what do you mean by First Amendment? Well, he support Edward Bars, Byers, for sheriff here in Clark County, Indiana. Ed was a federal officer, customs, air marshal, I think a forest ranger, I believe, and an EMT, if my memory serves me right. He wants to clean up Clark County. And that's what he wants to do. And Sergeant Tom was off duty in his POV, had Ed Barr's shirt on, and had the sheriff caught him. And go back to, like I said, you got to watch the video, that it was over 55 days, you know, if them other deputies, you know, filed a complaint when that happened, he would be doing his thing right now, but it took over 55 days for him to charge him. And the merit board, how it is here in Indiana, I don't know how the other states is, but I wish the federal government make it a law that all police departments, fire departments, this and that, to be on the merit board, police merit board. You got to have police officers on there, not civilians that don't know their hole from the rear end in the ground, if you know what I mean. But I did get my medicine. after paying $4.90 today, which I never paid a co-payment in 3 years. And all once now, I pay it. And I got to call Social Security to get that straightened out. This is Pepsi Zero, people. I'll show you. Here's Pepsi Zero. It's not open yet. And it's cold. But I like my drinks on ice. I'm not getting paid by Pepsi Zero. Because there's people who's diabetics, it can't have sugar. And you people that's diabetic, you tried diet soft drinks. Maybe you could try zero soft drinks and see and try it. It tastes better than diet drinks. I know that. I can't stand the taste of those diet drinks. And I told you about the co-payment. What our government done to me and probably some of you other people. Like I say, I did stop at Best Buy, the Greek Squad. They said, bring it in. You're looking at $200, but there's no guarantee when they get to it. But they have heard of PC Online, how they do people and what they do to computers. You know, I want you all to be worried about third party, especially Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Their third party computer people is PC Online. Stay away from them. Go to a place that got the computer right there, like Best Buy or whatever, got them. But be careful of the third party. They'll put the shaft to you. Okay. I knew Paul was alive, but I didn't know Ringo was still alive. You know. But I want to thank your foxy ladies. Betty, Lisa, Paula, Mary, Carol, Becky, a bunch of you sweet foxy ladies. And also, I didn't get nothing in the mail at the post office, which I was told that I was going to get something back there before Christmas. That person probably changed their mind. Because this person ordered it from Amazon. Somehow either Amazon screwed up or she did. And it came to her house instead of my house. So she probably have to wait another month before she mails it, supposedly. I know people from Canada, China, when you mail something to us here in the United States, it's going to take up at least 30 days because it got to go through customs. And I did wash clothes about around 6 something. Took all my bed sheets off. Took my covers on my mattress off because it's one of those real thick covers that you put on. I washed that. Had trouble with the washing machine. I hate those smart washing machines. Finally got that washed, put this real nice cover on it. But you gotta wash your sheets, your blankets, your pillowcases, everything like that at least once a week. You gotta sweep underneath your bed. You gotta mop it and all that. 'Cause you gotta keep your house clean, people. Because if you don't, you're gonna have roaches, you're gonna have bed bugs, you know. And I know you're gonna have fleas because if you go outside, walk through your yard, the fleas are gonna jump on your pants and you're gonna bring them in. You know, you gotta keep your house clean. I'm doing better because this is winter time. I can't get outside to do anything. And like I said, I went to the cell phone company. And since it was around $150, $180, it don't qualify to make payments on. If that was $500, that'd be a different story. I don't want a Moto phone. It's Motorola. Every one I had problems with. And I don't like it. Like, I told the owner of that cell phone company where I was at today what the problems I had. You know, right now, you know, I got my iPhone plugged in. But when you're talking on it or playing games, you should have it on plug because you're moving it around and you know, that's what I was told. I figured that there's a truth into it. I got to get some more ice in it. And tomorrow's Saturday. I know they probably have the sale barn, but I ain't going. I'll probably get out a day next week because nobody's got a doctor's appointments. Probably Tuesday. That's when I have to go get the local newspapers, you know, for Clark County, Scott County, and Washington County. Get some for my neighbors. You know, that's what neighbors are supposed to do, help out. And it makes me so mad of this ICE agent that killed this nice girl. I got looking at her pictures. I've never been to Minnesota for probably 20 years or so. Unless she used to live here. Hello, Tom. Orange County. Orange County. Is that in Indiana or where? Orange County. Or is it California? I know Orange County in Indiana. What state is Orange County in, Tom? I saw, I don't know how many videos today and yesterday, and I'm upset. And yeah, I saw him getting out of I think it was a pickup truck. But if you looked at the video, I guess that was a body cam footage. They had a couple of videos. They had one way back. You see, he wasn't in front of that SUV. He was at the side of it. If you look at the video, look at the girl. Look the girl in the SUV, people. You see she was turning her steering wheel to get away from the guy. And he went bam, 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 shot her. That's murder in the first degree, or whatever you call it. His butt should have been arrested. This ain't the first time that ICE agent done crap like it. This is the second time less than a year. They said he has immunity. They are trigger happy. They trigger happy. They shouldn't be patrolling the streets. That's what you got your city police for. That's what you got your county police for. That's what you got your state police patrolling. ICE and your border agent, they're out there looking for trouble. And I begin to feel like we got a dictatorship with Trump. I love Trump, but I disagree what he's doing. That's my right as a U.S. citizen. I have that right. And Trump and the vice president backing this a-hole ICE agent said he didn't do anything wrong. What I've seen in the videos from different news stations showing this ICE agent was wrong. Even the prosecutor in Minnesota. They do their job, but they're getting carried away. They're getting carried away. You only need to get rid of the people. It's bad. The illegals, it's bad. The drug dealers, the child molester, illegal. And that's the ones that need to be deported. And just like this girl was American citizen, another was born here in the United States. Her parents was born in the United States. I think this happened in Florida. Oh, no, it happened in Chicago. And they arrest her and deported her, and she was a U.S. citizen. That makes me mad. I know some people that came here legal. They got a work permit. This is only my opinion, people. I done got cussed out today on other channels that they didn't agree with me. That's okay. Well, I know she was sitting there, but they have no right. That's the fun thing about ICE, the Border Patrol, and the military. 3 of them. They know they can kill you and get by. Jewish people is no different from Catholics, Christian, Protestant. I got some Jew friends. And I treat you all the same. I don't care what color your skin is or your religion is. I treat you all the same. And I think she was in front of her house, I think. And but the American people don't want anybody to get killed. That's well, she was sitting in front of her driveway. You know, if they was protesting that, brainwash, I didn't get brainwashed. I'm just old and wise. I don't like what this ICE agent did. I hope his butt end up getting arrested for murder. If I'd done something like that, killed a person, my butt would be in jail. They got license to kill. They got license to kill, and they won't do nothing about it. I don't think the FBI will do anything. But the state there will. The state, they got videos, people's cell phones, and the news media. I'm going to tell you, get ready for a riot. Here in Louisville, Kentucky, which is south of me. You all remember when Veronica Taylor, the black lady who got murdered by the Louisville Police Department. And who is the other guy? He was black. He got murdered by the police. We're going to have a riot, probably have a civil war. But cops has a license to kill. And I know you all going to disagree with me. But that's your right. Your First Amendment rights to disagree with me. But all the videos I've seen from the ICE agent, body cameras, other people that were standing around filming, he was not standing in front of it. Like I said, look at the video where they looking her straight in the face. She was turning her steering wheel to get away to leave. And he went bam, bam, bam. This ain't the first. I know state law can't overrule federal. That's right, Joanne. But they can charge him with murder in the state. Federal law should do it. They should put him on leave until the outcome up. This is the second time this officer have done something like that in less than 10 months. Let's see. July, August, September, October, November, December. In about 7 months. He done that about 7 months ago. The same thing. And I think they said he got 35 stitches for doing the same thing that he did the other day. You know, he's following a pattern. This is the second time that he's done it. I know I'm under attack. I've been under attack all day. Getting threatened. You know, this and that. As long as a police officer, okay, as long as a police officer, no matter state, federal, or what, as long as they do their job right and be respectful. I've seen cops, people standing there, they squirt that pepper spray right in their face. That's going to make people mad. They're inciting a riot. If we incited a riot, we get arrested because they're police officer. They, I can do that and get by with it if we start a riot. That's exactly what ICE did the other day when they murdered that young lady. They're starting a riot. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting on this one YouTube guy. He's a lawyer. And you see him on YouTube, I guess, I forget what his name is, but he's a civil rights lawyer. 200 stitches. I thought it was 35 stitches. I know the Democrats, that's the only way the Democrats can win. Keep the illegals in. But people, you can come you can do it legal. After you've been here a year or so, you should try to be a U.S. citizen. That's what makes me mad, people. They're not trying to be a U.S. citizen. I tell you something else that you people might not know. You heard me talking about it, and I know it for a fact because I've seen it with my own eyes. They get credit cards or debit cards, whatever you want to call it. It has $15,000 cash. They get $15,000 cash on that card. All they have to do is call that 800 number and put a pin in it. They have $15,000 cash to whatever they want to use. Where's my $15,000? They also get a brand new vehicle. Where's my brand new vehicle? A law for one person and a law for somebody else. We're not being treated equal. But I knew this was going to stir up a hornet's nest. People's going to be mad at me. That's okay. But I have the right to my opinion, just like you all do. You don't have to agree with me. And thanks to Joanne, I'm keeping it rated PG. I've been mad all day. If you all deal with health insurance and you call the numbers, it look like you're talking to AI. Push 1 for this, for English. Push this for that. But I'm an old man. I don't understand half of the crap they was talking about on the phone. I keep pushing 0 to get help with somebody that, I know, people, 709, I wish I was born in Canada. I wish I was born in Canada. Cause people, that's one thing I've learned thanks to these people here from Canada. There's 3 or 4 people on here from Canada. I think there's some ladies on here from Canada. Those people in Canada is not sick like we are. And you see RM on here. He's a nurse in Canada. That's what I do. Thank you, Michelle. I see individual. not Democrats, Republican, or independent. I see individuals. Just like I tell you, I voted for Trump in November the first time, the second, and third time. Because everything, yeah. I tell you something else I heard on the news. That this stupid governor here in Indiana, I hope the federal government don't allow this. They're going to try to make all interstates here in Indiana a toll road. I think they said it'll bring over $100 billion a year or something like it here in Indiana. I hope the federal government don't do that. Please, please, federal government, don't allow Indiana to do that. What does that mean for the state highways? You know you're going to have 18-wheelers. You're going to have more cars on the state highways than they are the interstate where they don't have to pay the toll roads. You know, that's what Indiana's trying to do, people. Make all interstate highways, you know, like I-65, 69, and 265, 465, you know, stuff like that. They're going to try to make it a blankety-blank toll road. Like me, I don't get on expressways except when I have to go to New Albany. I guess there is back roads that I can take without getting on the interstate, but it takes you a little bit longer to get where you're going. You know, I would have to go through Clarksville down, Lewis and Clark, go to New Albany, then cut across the back roads to get whatever roads I'm going to get on. Plus, if the ambulance takes you to the hospital, that means they're going to have to get on the interstate, and you're going to get charged for that toll deal. You know, I don't like it, people. You know, this has to stop. It's up to your younger generations to help everybody out, because you're smart. You're very smart. Oh, that Pepsi Zero's good. I guess when I get out next week, I think I get me some 24-pack Bug Zero root beer. Then another 24-pack of Pepsi Zero. I done went through, well, I got one of them trays in the icebox. You can put maybe 10 or 12 soft drink cans in this roller. When you take one out, the next one drops down. I wish Pepsi was responsible. It says, I love Jesus. Hello. It says, I love Jesus. Let's see. It says right here, I love Jesus. See, it's better. It says, I love Jesus. Hello, Butter Toast. I think, hello, Savage Lobo. Welcome. Yeah, we friends. Didn't I subscribe to your YouTube channel? And I want everybody, even the ones that's on here, I know you don't have no content on your YouTube channel. Get you some videos on your YouTube channel. You know, talk about your state. Why would you want people come to you? Hello, Alexi. Here, people. Here's Alexi. That's the baby. She's the baby in the family. She's the only one that sleeps with me at night. Even her mama and grandma don't come in here. Her Aunt Kathy don't come in here. Wildcat don't come in here. It's just this pretty nice Alexi that comes in here to sleep with me at night, to keep me company. We are friends. And just do you some videos. Do some videos. I know some of you play games on your YouTube channel. I sit there and watch them, trying to learn about some of those games. You could do a video. You can put a mask on. You can put a mask on. Do a video and tell people what you like to be. Yeah, you are a friend. Any kind of videos, playing games. You can put a mask on. You see that I got a mask on. Hello, Jack Genie. How you doing, Jack Genie? That's funny. That's funny. That's pretty good. I should have thought of something crazy, but I didn't do it. And you can make videos of anything. You can do videos of your yard or trees. Hello, Mid USA Big. I'm trying. I need all the luck I need. I wish I was monetized. But I need to get my watch hours up, people. I need to get my watch hours up. I done got over 500 subscribers. I'm about 200, about 100, let's see. I'm about 195 away from 1,000 subscribers. But I need to get my watch hours up. Thank you. I hope you do good, and I wish you the best too. Jack and I went uphill, but Jack fell down and broke his neck. I heard that story about Jack and Jill. Heck, I heard that when I was in school. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Was it to get a pail of water or so? I can't remember. That was so long ago, people. Yeah, that's a good name. When I was a kid, some people called me Tommy. I hate that. I hate it today. I said, I like Tom. I even got a son named Tom. He's a junior. He's on Facebook. probably TikTok, but I don't know. Like that. He had something that I don't like Tommy. I'd rather be called Tom, even at my old age. Some people calls me Tommy. I said, just call me Tom. I don't like Tommy. But I'd rather be called Tom. What, Butter Toes? My son is in his late 30s. He has spurs on his spine. He got arthritis so bad. I think what they call, what is it? Zombie disease or zombie cells or something like that, which cause arthritis, and all the medicine they treat you for, but it's like, I believe this doctor that I've been talking to is what they call a zombie cells that dies or something. I don't know. I try to help people out. I try to tell you, there's a bunch of old people on here. We try to educate your younger people. The low, the medium, and the high. The high is the old people. Medium is the younger people. And the low is the kids. Kids is on here with their parents and their guardian. And I want to thank the low and medium people to help us old people understand about computers and cell phones. Because thanks to you younger people, this is why, no, they should stay away from drug people. Drugs will kill you. The drugs they got now to this year, 2026, if they had it back in the 50s and 60s, I'd been dead. I would been dead. Ouch, I got cramp. Love, Bob. I tell you something, people, that I saw this guy in a grocery store. On his hat, it says 1947 model. I said, I like your hat. I said, was that the year you were born? He said, yes. I like that hat. He said his wife got it for him, and he'd been married probably 40 to 50 years. And I'm going to find me a hat, if I can figure out where the people get those hats made. I'm going to get a hat that says my year and model. Thank you, Down Syndrome. And thank you for coming on here. Because I've talked about Scotty Maples, who is the sheriff of Clark County, Indiana. Okay, they had an inmate with Down syndrome in Clark County Jail last year. Do you remember Crystal Pepsi? That rings a bell. Well, like people like, say, 1952 model. You know, that's the year I was born. I remember when they had Tab. Tab, I think, was made by Coke. There was another drink. What was it? That didn't taste bad, but maybe Frisca or something like that. Frisca, that's kind of maybe a lemon drink or something like that. Yeah, Frisca, F-R-E-S something. I can't remember. Butter toast. Yeah, butter toast with... My toaster don't work, right? I gotta look at it, because you go to push it down. Where you going, Alexi? Huh? When you went in to see Grandma and your Aunt Kathy? Toast with oh yeah, toast with butter, cinnamon, and sugar. Have cinnamon toast. I remember that when I was a kid. You put toast bread in the toaster, let it pop up, put butter on it, and sprinkle some sugar on it, and sprinkle that cinnamon powder on it. Okay, thank you. I seen a girl, what was it? First of the month, I think. She had a shirt, just like this hat. I love Jesus. I get a whole lot of compliment, but when I saw this hat today in the grocery store, it was 1947 model. You know, like a 1947 Chevy or Ford. But I kind of like to have a 1952 model. And see how many comments I get. I saw that hat. I should have asked him where did his wife get that at. But I didn't have pencil paper on me, so I wouldn't remember. How's the best way to pet your kitties without a heat lamp? Well, like when I get up, I try to sleep until 9 o'clock. 9 to 10 o'clock. That's when I want to wake up. Unless Kathy, you all seen Kathy, that's that orange kitty cat. If she cut, well, you saw her in the video where she was up there tapping on me. Well, when you take food out, if they're outside kitty cats, you take food out to them. You can pet them when you feed them. Like I got kitty cats. You saw one of the mama cats in other videos I call Boots. She's gray with white feet. All her kitty cats ain't born in the yard, or on the porch, or in the shed. She goes to the neighbor's house and have her kitty cats. And when they get old enough where they can eat food, Mama Boots will bring them down here. But all her kitty cats, like you see Midnight. I'm not going to give my phone number out, people. Forget it. I don't give it out. I get enough spam calls as it is. And if they don't leave a voicemail, I don't answer. And the funny thing about it, people, you people are smart. They could be. I want to ask you people who are smart on cell phones. The voicemails I've been getting, I can't hear. I done got my volume turned up all the way. Is there somewhere in the voicemail that I can turn the volume up? I looked and there's nothing I can slide over to bring the audio up where I can hear. I put it up there like that. I can't hear. I can't hear it. I got a dumb sister-in-law. And, hey, that's probably one I have to do. I'd say I got an iPhone. There's no plugs around here except where you plug your charging port. And I don't think I got a headphone for iPhone. I know they got, I got all kinds of headphones, but not that old raw twinkling shop. Woo. Thank you. Just remember, people, follow the rules. Well, my son, his computer was in the bedroom. He was out there in the kitchen with a Bluetooth speaker. And it's loud. It was loud. I don't know what he was. He could. I don't know what he watches. He has his opinion. He has his opinion. But I try to teach my son when we take a road trip, stay off your cell phone. Watch where you're going. I said, you got to watch where we're going in case we have a wreck or something. You won't know where you're at. Because when I'm driving people, okay, will a Bluetooth work with voicemail? People, I ain't got money to buy anybody anything. That's how come I'm in a sinking ship right now. Okay, I might have to look. Oh, like I say, I got an iPhone, and I let my son look. This Bluetooth that he has, it's round, it's black, and the blue around there, blue buttons. That'd be nice. Well, right now you see and people, I want you to be nice. You know, follow the rules. No arguing, no cussing, no gay stuff, no hate crimes. Yeah, my phone does have Bluetooth, so I know they got those earbuds that it's Bluetooth. I know the truck drivers has a Bluetooth with a microphone on it. I might look into it. I guess Walmart will have something like that, but, you know, I had to spend $4.90 out of my budget, which ain't in my budget. You know, come on, Alexi. Oh, or I can get a doctor. I gotta get up where I get my little bag up there. Uh, I got this bag right here. Okay. I don't see nothing wrong with it by letting me know about Walmart having a Bluetooth set. And see, this is a bag. Let me see how to open it that I had with my GoPro. I figure out how to open it because I got headphones in it, but they're not Bluetooth that I can see that I got at Walmart. That's bad when you ain't got a pair of pliers in here. But I'm going to try Bluetooth. I got to get on the other side of the bed and get me a pair of pliers. Unless I had it up there on my cabinet. Oh. I think it's over there. Nope. I guess it's out in the living room. Yes. It's out in the living room. Next thing to it, I got a pair of scissors. Oh. I'm gonna have to fix this somehow. Where's my little scissors? Because this is too big. I'm gonna look on Walmart's site because it's only about 6-7 miles north of me. Do 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 do. I know I got to figure out. See, I got this here for an iPhone. Then I got this to plug in to this. So I got that. I can use that to, I wonder if they make, like, see, if they make it to where you can have a regular cord plug in and like that. I might try that. I just keep that out and give it a try. I keep all my wires, you know, my iPhone box and everything else I keep in this thing. I even got, wait a minute. I got these kind of things. I might try that later on tonight, people, and give it a try. Give it a try. I think that's what I would do. You know, that's what we're good for, people. I don't throw nothing away. See, when I had my computer, thanks to YouTube people, I got a studio mic. I got 2 studio mic and a little black box. And I got all these adapters to use with that studio mic. I know you put somebody in timeout, but I don't think he was a troll. But they've been pretty nice tonight, people. I appreciate you. Okay. But people, the rules is, I'm going to tell you, I got medical problems. I got medical problems. I had 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, and back problems. Any of you people out there knows that people who have heart attacks and strokes not supposed to get upset. That's how come my moderators, they know what upsets me. And I don't want no hate crimes, no arguing, no gay stuff, no sexual harassment. I got good moderators. I even got a few ladies on here. And I also ask you all, don't ask to be a moderator. That'll turn me off. I choose my moderators by their YouTube channel, the videos. I read their comments. I see how they run their YouTube channel, what they working for, where they want to go be. That's how come I got moderators. The ones that's on here. I got a doctor on here. I got 709. I got my... Well, no cussing. No cussing. That's exactly... No bad words. Because there is kids on here with their parents and their guardian that might watch this later on. I got grandkids on here. And I don't want their parents to get after my rear end. Like 709 and Joanne has seen me really mad on here last year. I think it was last year. We had a computer hacker. He was a moderator, and he had 4 or 5 different YouTube names. And he got to the point, he put Joanne and Sherry in timeout. That really made me mad that night, and I cussed like a freight horse, a freight train. And I did report him because the FBI was looking for this person because he was a computer hacker that they was... Hello, King Chinchilla. And I want to say God bless you, King. And they was hunting for that computer hacker. I gave him his name, his email address. That's what this person was. He had 5 different YouTube names. While he used the other one just like Butter Toast. If he was on here, he know exactly your home address. He knew your phone number. He can find everything out in less than a minute. He was a good computer hacker that the FBI was hunting for. And the only thing I was told, thank you, because like I say, I got the FBI on here. I got other police departments on here. I welcome them. And probably got U.S. Marshals on here, the people who's on the run. Okay, I was hoping you was on here tonight, John. What they did to me, John, I never made a co-payment. And I never made a co-payment until this year. And I went around and around and around with health insurance after trying to get through, push this button, that push button, this and that. Finally, I got to talk to a real person. And it has to do with your Social Security. Hello, Scotland. Thank you from Scotland. I salute you from Scotland. And what you on here from Scotland, tell us about Scotland. You know, since you're from Scotland, maybe people wants to visit Scotland. You know, I like you from Scotland. And you could talk about Scotland. What brings people to Scotland that they say, if I had the money and the passport, what would you recommend for the people from the USA to come to Scotland? What would you want them to visit? You know, besides the pubs, like I say, I don't know that much about Scotland. You know, educate us people. Well, I was adopted. And my adopted mother and dad, there was three of us. My a-hole brother, who was born in 46, and me and my sister, who's up in heaven now. That'd be kind of hard, you know, but when I go back through after, that's funny, people, I don't understand it. YouTube, after I get off of here, it uploads. Then they got, there's two videos, you know, of this. And when it uploads, it's private. Then when that was my brother who was born in 46. Okay, 709, take it easy. I hope you don't get too much snow, but I done told you once and I ain't gonna repeat it again. But, you know, any people from the country, like Scotland, Canada, England, like you from Scotland, since I don't know that much about Scotland, can you tell me, I guess I'm going to have to look it up on YouTube, I guess, to educate us. It's Providence Wasteland. Okay, see? It's like, where else? Was it England? Bad, you know. I guarantee you, I say I gotta go back. Uh, Jiggy B Stu. I'm just gonna say studio. Hello, Graham. I think he meant to say Grandpa. Oh, it's in the UK. Okay. I thought that rang a bell in the UK. Let's see, what time is it? Been on it? Okay, people. You getting a little rowdy. Okay, John. I've been trying to get a hold of Social Security because they charged me a co-payment on my medicine today. And they told me I had to call Social Security. I need a good looking lady to make sure I eat the right food. So, John, my health insurance that I got through, thank you, 709, for the good job you do. John, they told me the reason I'm paying co-payment on my medicine because Social Security did something. So I have to get your pencil and paper where you won't forget it, John. Call Social Security where you go to call your Social Security office and ask them about level 3. Level 3. See if you qualify for level 3 on your medical insurance. That's what I have to. I gotta wait until Monday. And so John, check on, you can check with your insurance your health insurance on your medicine, but you probably got the same thing I got. You probably have to call your local Social Security office and ask them about your drug plan. Am I qualified for level 3? That way I can get back on my no co-payment. That's something Social Security So, John, just look at, like I say, you're probably smarter than me. And I think I told you who my health insurance is. Hey, Ghostly, if you wanted to donate to me. You got the PayPal. My PayPal account is Thomas Cartwright Sr. is my PayPal account. My Cash App is the $, Tom Cartwright 4375 is my Cash App. I ain't got nothing that pops up on my screen. Hello, Meow Storm. What's that? I don't know what they done. They ain't donating no money because my Cash App or PayPal haven't pop up on the screen, so they're lining out their teeth. People, I told you my PayPal account, my Cash App, and my post office. There's nothing pop up on my screen. Like I say, nothing popped up. Like I say, that's why I want to get monetized. That's how come I need the watch hours to get monetized. Meow Storm, since I'm not monetized yet, if you got a PayPal account, you can send it to Thomas Cartwright Sr. Cartwright spelled CARTWRIGHT Senior. SR for senior. If you got Cash App, it's the $, Tom Cartwright 40. Let me say, the Cash App is the $, Tom Cartwright 4375 is the Cash App. Oh, okay. It's CARTWRIGHT. Not Tommy. It's Tom. TOM. CARTWRIGHT. Let's see if I figure out how to write. How the heck? How in the heck you write into? I'll leave it in the comments. I'm trying to figure